Hey everyone, in this video we have built a simple but powerful weather widget in React. You'll learn how to fetch real-time weather data based on a city name using a free public API, and how to handle loading error states and displaying the result nicely in your UI. No complicated setup, no APIs, just React, using state, use effect, and real world API. Perfect for beginner or anyone who wants to sharpen their front-end skills. So let's get started. So currently we have empty project. Let's start it. npm run dev. Yeah. It should be empty blank. Yeah. Blank page. Let's open console network. The first step, let's create new component. Yeah. We have components folder. Let's create new file. Um, weather, for example, widget. JS6. Yeah. Okay. Um, let's create component. Return some div, for example, and don't forget about export default weather widget. So currently it's default empty arrow function. Let's import it to our app.js6. Yeah, weather widget. Yeah, and we will be working on this component. And let's create styles for it, or maybe we can test new library for it. Maybe let's try Tailwind. Yeah. Um, what should we do? Currently, for our application, we use white and we have command npm install Tailwind and Tailwind white. Let's open one more window in our terminal and paste this command. What is Tailwind? Yeah. It works by scanning all of your HTML files, JavaScript components, and any other templates for class names, generating the corresponding styles, and then writing them to a static files. For example, where we have, for example, if you have some div block, yeah, class name, for example, div, and we wanna add styles, display, for example, flex. Yeah, flex direction row, flex direction row, column gap 10, something like this. And in Tailwind, we can use it a little bit simpler, I think. For example, class name dot display flex. It's just flex row and gap x 10, something like this. It's very quickly. You don't need to create separate file, import it to your component, create classes, and something like this. In Tailwind we have a lot of classes like flex. It's mean display flex, etc. It's very good library, and currently we can test it. I use it in a lot of my previous projects and commercial projects and real projects, and it's very good, fast, and usable library. So let's check how it works. Yeah, 1, oh my god, 2, 3, for example. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. No, it's not working. Why? I think we should have yeah, we should the first import it, white, add to white config. Yeah, here we have it. Plugins should add Tailwind dot Tailwind, and don't forget about imports. Yeah, import CSS file to your CSS. It should be main CSS, not, for example, app or weather app CSS. It should be global. Yeah, yeah, something like this. And let's check. Yeah, currently it works for us. We can check here, flex. We have a gap, flex direction. It's we can kick it, but other styles, yeah, we're column gap, column X, X, Y, Y, it's row gap, for example. Or if we skip, in this case, X or Y gap, 10 pixel, it will be like a global gap on X and Y. So, very good. And I think we can start, we can delete this file, I think. It's and don't forget about, yeah, delete it from imports because it will be error. So let's start our application. Yeah. The first, let's try to use our API. Yeah, what is API? It's like a bridge between your application and front-end side and the backend, or for example database. Yeah, we have different methods like REST API, RESTful API. We have different libraries for it, like Next with Apollo, or we can use sockets. But currently, for this application, just default API with fetch, it's enough. Yeah, really enough. So, if for example, if we wanna add some library for fetching, we have React Transtack, React query, Transtack query. It's simplify your work with API. You have different hooks, functions like use query, use mutation, use query. It's like get some data, use mutation. This hook returns mutation function, and you can call your API where you want. Or for example, we have a little bit different libraries. Axios, yeah, Axios. It also very interesting library. It has a lot of methods and a little bit simplify your development. But for now, for just one API call, default fetch will be enough. So let's try to do it where we can do it, and let's try. Yeah, the first step, we should create a function. Yeah, const, for example, get weather. Yeah, get weather. It's arrow function, but because we use API here, it should be async function. So let's add async. Yeah, and in every async function, we should have try catch. Yeah, blocks try and catch. Yeah, here will be error. So in try block, we try to do some API call. If it will be wrong call, we get some error. It drop to catch block, and here we can handle error. So let's try. const what is it, for example, gear result, yeah, await, because it's async function, and we should wait this API call. Fetch some data, yeah, and let's copy. What our steps? The first API call should returns for us our city coordinates, and the second call we should paste these coordinates to this API and get weather. So let's copy it like this, yeah. Name, let's keep, for example, or you can use your API or your city name. Next step, let's, for example, if we get some data, const, oh my god, const geodata equal also await, because we should wait this API call geoRes dot JSON, yeah, and let's check it, yeah, log geoRes, and where we should call this API. I think, but back very good. I'm sorry, practice. It's using it in our hook use effect. Use effect. For example, we have first load of page, and wanna get a weather. Yeah, yeah. It's enough for now. Yeah, let's call it. Yeah, really, and we have 200 status. It's means like success, and in console, yeah, we have some data. For example, we need a result, yeah, result, and let's get first object. It's, I think, correct. So const location, for example, location equal get data results dot 0, first item in this array. And let's add one condition, like if we don't have location, for example, yeah, we should stop this function, and in future let's add error. Yeah, very good. And in other case, if we have let's copy this object. If we have location, yeah, we can get data from it. Const, for example, what we should have, name, coordinates, and I think country. Yeah, we have country. So okay, let's name and country. Yeah, it's from location. And second step, let's try to get weather from this location. Yeah. So it will be a little bit other API const weather result, also await and fetch. By default, it's get. Yeah, it's not a post. It's like get. fetch, copy, paste it. Yeah. So we call this API and paste coordinates from previous response. Current weather, true. It's one more parameter. Yeah. So, and let's check it. But don't forget, yeah, do something weather data. Yeah, and weather result. Use method JSON and let's console. Log console. Yeah. Let's refresh the page. No. Why we don't have this call? Await, fetch, weather data, await, weather response, JSON, log JSON. Oh, I'm sorry, it's location. Yeah, let's use location. Let's refresh the page. Yeah, here we can see call of this API and let's check result. Yeah, we have a result of current weather. So it's very good. Here we can see time zone, coordinates, and let's check current weather, temperature, current time, weather code, wind speed. Yeah, I think it's enough. So, and let's add something for our errors. Yeah, like const error, set error, useState, because we should have some state, and for now its initial state will be empty string, and use set error here, yeah, because we need show some error. For example, city not found, because in case if we will had error here, we can catch it in catch block, but now we have success result but no locations. Yeah, so city not found, it's enough for this case. Next block, it's catch. Let's use set error. Let's something like something went wrong. Something went wrong. Try again. It's default message. Try again. And that's some, I think. Yeah, and for example, we can add finally block, finally, and maybe let's add one more state with check loading. Yeah, loading, set loading, useState, false by default. Yeah, because false, and where we can start our loading. I think it's here, true. Yeah, if we have first point, if we have not location, I think we should stop our loading, set loading false, and and let's finish here it. Yeah, set loading false. So very good. We can get our weather data, and I think let's try to save it. Yeah. Also, we should create some state. Yeah. Con let's const data, or no, maybe weather. Yeah, weather set weather use state, and by default it will be null. Yeah, and what we should do here, so in this line we have some result, yeah, and we can set weather use let put object in this state, for example default parameters like temperature, yeah? temperature it will be weather data, current weather dot temperature. Also let's add wind, yeah, wind, here wind speed. Yeah, very good. And let's save name and country. Yes. Very good. So let's check how it works. Yeah, country. Got country. Yeah. Let's console weather. No, why? Yeah. For now we have our object country Kiev, name Kiev, temperature, wind. So it's very good. And maybe try let's display our weather, yeah? Let's create some logic here. So for example, let's display loading. Oh, let's keep it for now and add error. I think it's error. If you have error, let's display some message, yeah. And if we have not error, let's display nothing, yeah. So I think it's better. Error. Okay. Let's check how it works. Yeah, let's have a mistake. For example, skip it. City not found. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Let's return it for next step. It's displaying weather. So we can use our weather object, weather state, weather. If you have weather, let's display div. Yeah. So let's use Tailwind, add padding 4, let's add border, border gray 200, rounded, and text center, yeah. Add some title, yeah, for example h3, it's will be weather name and weather country, yeah. Oh, country, yeah, like this. Very good. Text, let's add also class names, yeah. Class name, text size. You can open documentation of Tailwind and check all styles. For example, if you want to add font size, yeah, for example, type font size and check how we can do this. For example, XS, it's this, SM it's 14, 16, etc. If you want to add some custom styles, for example, 15 pixels, yeah, you can do something like this. Use it. But I think we should have a large and font medium. It's font medium. Some let's check step by step. Yeah, it's padding equal padding 16 because it's Tailwind use RAM, not pixels. Padding 16. It's border color. By default, it's 1 pixel. So yeah, it like border 1 pixel solid gray, some gray color. Yeah, rounded. Let's check what's default rounded. Yeah. So yeah, here you can see lots of rounded there. For example, it's round top, bare bottom, etc. Yeah, rounded LG. Let's add, and text center. It's text line center. Font medium. It's for font weight 400. Text LG. It's, as I remember, 24 pixels. So and let's add our information. Yeah, it's 2 paragraphs. Weather temperature. Maybe let's add some icons. Yeah. Weather temperature temp, and here weather wind wind wind. Yeah, very good. Let's add icon also here, and you can use your, for example, in my case it's kilometers per hour. In this case it's Celsius. If you want to use Fahrenheit or something like this, you can do it. It's not a problem, I think. And let's wind add here. Yeah, very good. Let's check. Refresh the page. Yeah, very good. Let's maybe add some styles for wrapper. Yeah. Max width. So yeah. No, I think let's wrap it. Yeah. Let's wrap our div, or not, our application. Here we can this, and here we can center this block. Flex items, item center, justify center. It's a display flex, line item center, and justify center, justify content center. Let's no, it's a little bit ugly. Yeah. So very good. So guys, let's have some conclusion. What we have for now. We create our first fetch of real data, yeah, using just default fetch method. Create async function, yeah. Use try and catch blocks, and finally for stop loading, Next step, we try to get our coordinates, yeah, our location. Use result JSON for getting correct data, and the next step check is our location. If we have location in our response, we can go next step. But if location is empty or undefined, null, or something else, we set error like city not found and stop loading and break this function. Next step is get data from previous response, latitude and longitude, and try to get weather. Yeah, we use one more fetch, get the data, use JSON one more time, and previously we created state, yeah, weather. With weather by default it's null, and if we have weather, set this set this data to our state, temperature, wind, and this. So next, it's a catch block. We just show error or something went wrong. Try again, and where we call this API in use effect, but with empty dips. It means that we have first load our application. This API should calls just once, and that's all. And for our realization, it's enough, I think. And create a simple UI, and that's all. So I think what we will build the core of a simple React weather widget using real data from public API. No search logic, no local storage, just fetch, useState, and a clean UI. In the next video, we'll improve the user experience by adding a search button, loading, state polish, and finish the whole widget properly. If you like this, drop a like, subscribe, and let's keep building. See you in part 2. Bye bye.